let's jump into it, huh? Surprise extra Runeterra deck this evening because Bastion wrapped up extra fast. We're going to play some Twisted Fizz, one of the many decks you can find up on my website here. So this deck at its core is an elusive aggro deck. Elusive, obviously the mechanic that lets you make it so your things are tougher to block, can only be blocked by other elusive units. Fizz here largely as just an additional evasive threat. So 2-1 for 1. You may, whenever you cast a spell, stop all enemy spells until it's targeting him and give him elusive till end of turn. In addition to the Golden Narwhal, we've also got things like Lounging Lizard, Zap Spray Fin, and Slippery Wave Rider here as additional evasive threats. And the Twisted Fate part of this deck is kind of value focused slash interaction for the board. So he can replace himself and give your spell mana back and draw a card with the blue card. He can clean up an opponent's board that's gone wide. So this is very good, for example, against discard aggro. And then we've got a gold card here. We might still be in the Bastion section. Let me fix that. And then we've got gold card here, which honestly, gold card might be the best card to play in this deck. Because at the core, this deck is using its life total as a resource with evasive threats to cut through the opponent's board and race them down. And gold card stunning a large threat can often buy us that turn. We need to get one more attack step and kill them with our elusive units. So other parts of the deck are things like Elixir and Troll Chant and Fury of the North to help keep our things live, Flash Freeze to help us win races, and then Starlit Seer here. If this card can get a couple of bonuses on one of our elusive units, it's very, very powerful. So let's go ahead and dive on into a couple of games like this, and let's see how we go. Yeah, so for the record, we didn't start the order. I am live 6 nights a week doing variety stuff in the evenings, but our variety game, we finished up our playthrough a little bit early. I've got a bunch of Runeterra decks in the queue right now, so I figured we'd sneak one in here tonight before I call it a night. Nah, Lampton, the goal of playing decks like this is to produce content in the typical regular format. So, like, specialty formats like that are neat and novel to play, but in terms of content that they produce, it's content that's a little bit less consumable. Especially in the long term, it's not as applicable. Because, like, the lab's gonna go away. Misfortune Gangplank. I'm gonna keep Fizz. I think I'm gonna keep Twisted Fate here, too. Like I said, his red card and gold card can help us interact with the board here a little bit against an aggro deck. Well, our deck has decided we're getting Flash Freeze. Alright, we've got a good poker hand with Twisted Fate, which is not bad. So, I think we actually trade Fizz off proactively here in this matchup. I think we're definitely the control deck here. And we want to just work on keeping our life total high and keep their Gangplank unleveled if possible to start. So I think that exchange is good for us, especially considering the texture of our hand where we don't have a lot of good ways to make Fizz elusive here.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Yeah, I think we have to unfortunately just cash this into game 3 here. Don't feel good about it, but
who's gonna get in my way?
Love ya.
now I have to decide, do I want to play Twisted Fate or do I want to play Zap here? I think with Shared Spoils drawn, I want to play Zap. That will let us hit them and do this to draw some cards.
You got it, Captain.
It's not terrible. Opponent's gonna have really good open attacks here, though, is the problem.
Time for violence.
This matchup seems really bad.
You can't do this.
Thanks, Windowhead. Have you got any, are there any changes you've been playing with it? Or is it mostly the list off my site? Definitely, it would be interesting to hear feedback from someone that's played a little bit more of it. It's been a second since I poked into it. Man, all aggro in the evenings, huh? But a lot of Freljord Shadow Isles during the day. A mulligan the flash reads. I'm going to keep Troll Chant here. Keeps Lounging Lizard alive an extra turn potentially. You prefer Omen Hawks to Lizard? That's interesting. This is another cheap threat. Play the Narwhal out if they want to spend a resource hooking this. I think that's fine. I might just trade this one for one here. I assume they're gonna hook this here just to pull it out of the way. I suppose if I... Well, there's not hooking this anywhere. Deal.
We haven't met yet.
I suppose if I put this here, this will go to 1, and then I can Troll Chant next turn to save it to block the following turn. I think I like that sequence better. We're going down to 8 here. The opponent's deck usually plays, or going down to 10, taking 8. The opponent's deck often plays Decimate. So it's a little scary.
Here beyond.
We can go ahead and get Fizz down here, and then Troll Chant proactively to give this life back, as well as get Fizz elusive.
Oh boy, here I go!
So the way temporary health buffs work with units below their current max life total, it effectively heals them. So we'll utilize this to extend the Lounging Lizard return. Yeah, I was really impressed with the stun list that we played. Thought it felt very reasonable.
This would be a good winter.
So we're hitting them for 7, but worth noting, we're not going to have the Lounging Lizard next turn. Or on our next attack step. We have it this turn on their turn. That's true. Playful Trickster could potentially be lethal. Super happy to trade Lizard for this.
What brings you?
Nah, I think we need to trade defensively here. I don't think I could go. It might even be right to like do this here. 6 is kind of low. Definitely don't think we can go to 3 against the Noxian Fervor Decimate deck. Even 6 is kind of sketch. They could very easily like Decimate, then untap and kill us with Fervor inside of combat because that card's fast.
For the Empire.
Yeah, like now we're dead to Decimate. So this is scary because it means open attacks is likely lethal.
For the many. So pretty.
An auspicious season.
Was it worth it to gain 2 on the Fearsome and save the Narwhal? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I kind of wanted to save this for post post the second Starlit Seer, but I think you're right. That might have been the case. We wouldn't be dead to Decimate if we had done that. Thanks, Coral Creature. I'm not dead yet. You will be once they hit a deal too. Yep. Letting us know that they hit it off of there. Even if I'm too higher there, I don't think it really matters. There's a good chance we just die on their next turn. Their archetype's got a lot of reach in it. This matchup's usually pretty okay. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan the Flash Freeze here. I think Salvage is actually pretty okay to keep here because this game's going to go long enough with their interaction that having a 2-for-1 tends to be good. Definitely want both my early threats here. They're probably not going to have a blocker anyway, so I think I want to just get Starlit Seer down here. Getting both of these on a start seems good. It's probably accurate, TT. I don't know, I think definitions like that are mostly irrelevant. I think splitting hairs on those types of definitions don't really add a lot of value to discussions. This is a Trundle turn potentially, so I think I just open attacks. Like, playing an elusive creature doesn't really net us damage here, unless I wanted to play the Lounging Lizard, which maybe we did. I kind of want to just double shared spoils here.
Blessed by snow and stars. An auspicious season.
Sure. Man, these jettisons have been glued to these coral creatures. Really unfortunate we didn't hit an elusive there. Huh. If they attack with this, I can block and then red card, and red card would trigger Plunder for the third shared spoils. That's probably the line. If I pass, they might just pass back, is the problem. I'm gonna play Zap out, see what we get.
What's the water like down there, guys?
Well, those can help us win the race, potentially. So we got 6 points of elusive here. They do have Ruination mana up here, theoretically, I suppose. We could just see them drop Ice Pillar, though. No, that's not true. They have priority after Combat Lambton, where they could immediately level the Trundle. So after we attack, if they block, they'd get a chance to play the Pillar and level this to a second point of toughness. We could yellow card to kill, sure.
Blessed by snow and stars.
These coral creatures, chat. I guess they technically generate spells that we could use to trigger these again, but like, these are definitely not what we're hoping to hit with these Starlit Seers. Feels bad, man.
Need that. I'll knock him dead. Get ready for a beatdown.
I think I just let this happen so we could red card here.
Reel me in. Something for all of you. Troll out! Hesitation's a tell.
I mean, like, sure.
Season.
I think saving the lizard was fine before they were killing my other stuff, but now I definitely want to save that. I wonder if they have a Vile Feast here. I think this game is actually a really good card game. Let me put it to you this way. I've elected to take what effectively amounts to a 30 to 40% pay cut because I'd rather be streaming this than Magic the Gathering. That's the best way I can put into words how I feel about Runeterra and my optimism for the future of it, and that I think that if Riot keeps doing what they're doing and the direction that it's heading in, there's growth potential for the game, and it's genuinely great. The core systems in Runeterra are better than literally any other card game I've ever played. Really surprised they didn't do this last turn. Maybe they weren't expecting me to open attacks here, but I think they should have done this on their turns. That way they had a chump blocker to kill this. They also are giving me a window here to have a protection spell for this, which I'm going to try and salvage and find. So if I find a elixir or a troll chant, we can save this. That's an 8/8 zap spray fin. That's the droid we're looking for, chat. Maybe their intention here, not Vile Feasting last turn, was they wanted 12 mana this turn in case they hit a, what's it called? A Fury? Or, what's the thing that gets 2 things that makes them 10/10s? That card, whatever that card's called. Feel the Rush. Fury, not Fury, Feel the Rush. Yeah, that's the one. You get me. Here's Fizz! So Fizz is all leveled and ready to go. I am a scotch concerned about Ruination. I don't know that I can really... I think I need to play around that with my 8/8. They have a decent amount of pressure on board here. I'm going to go ahead and... 18 cards in my deck. Warning Shot makes Fizz elusive. We'll go ahead and attack with these. Maybe I'm supposed to Flash Freeze there, actually, since this requires a target. Your Poro survives Ruination. Accurate. It is spell shielded. Alright, they're down to 3 now, and when leveled Fizz hits, it creates a chum in the waters, which can get us some sharks. So that's nice. Ledros, sure. So that hits me for a 10 ball. We're beating Atrocity with all of these flash freezes and stuff, though, so that's great. When this attacks, we get to flash freeze it and wipe its attack away. And now, even if they sweep the board, I have Zap plus Chum as a follow-up. And if they don't sweep, I've got triple elusive lethal threat here. Like I mentioned when we started, I think this matchup's pretty reasonable for us. We're good at, like, stalling their what's it called, their big turn, and then killing them the following turn. And we usually have enough threat density to play through removal and sweepers. Them not being able to block our threats is huge, because one of the reasons why this archetype is so good against aggro decks in this format is because Trundle's a brick wall, and we just don't care about Trundle. And hey, look, they vengeanced us, and now they don't have Ruination mana up anymore.
Hey, Zach, need a hand? Can't say no to Fizz.
Can't say no to Fizz. I guess we'll technically do this. That might actually just be wrong. That could go either way. They should just be dead here. I suppose they could have, like, another Vengeance, and they could have, like, flash freezes of their own, perhaps. That could maybe get us. If they have a way to wipe attack off of Fizz at burst speed, or a way to gain life, like a Warping Whale or a Grasp, perhaps. You definitely have combinations of things that end in them not dying next turn. But hopefully, even if they have a way to survive here, these 2 flash freezes mean we get 2 more attack steps to kill them. The tough part will be if they're able to not die on our attack step and then also ruinate on their following turn, is probably our lose condition at this point. And there's that whale. So pretty obligated to play around a Ruination top deck here, so I think we just open attacks like this. So if they can kill this and gain 3, they survive the turn. Okay. Here's one Flash Freeze. They have Harsh Winds too. And again, like, this is that kind of tough part, right? Like, we elected to play around Ruination by not deploying this, and then they had 2 Frostbites. That being said, like I mentioned, I think it's okay here, because I have these 2 things to keep this from killing us here. Now, their out here is Field Rush into Atrocity could potentially kill us. Ice, baby. Do. Did we punt by not countering Whale? That's not how Fizz works. Whale doesn't technically target Fizz. Think I'm just supposed to pass here again to play around Ruination? And they found the top deck Ruination. I have Lethal and Slippery Wave Rider here. It's like, likewise, casting a spell with Fizz out does not save Fizz from Ruination. Bib! Thank you for the 15 months. I really appreciate that. We'll come back. And thank you for the very generous tier 3. Hopefully we're all going to have a great rest of the week. We're going to get good news there tomorrow. So, they've already Ruinated once. And it felt like they played earlier, like they didn't have it. So I think it is correct to play this and not play around a second Ruination, and instead play around a Frostbite, a Vengeance, or some combination of life gain. So I believe, based on how this game is played out, it's correct here to not play it, to play into a second Ruination. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just drew the other one last turn, or if they were holding it, they were sandbagging it for a really long time. So if they were sandbagging it for a long time, they've got us, and they like have a second. But I think it's right to just do this and go for it here. And they have damage-based removal. We have protection for that, which is nice. Evening, Genji. So this halves our life total again. So I'm pretty sure we don't flash freeze here, because if I flash freeze, we die to Atrocity. The problem with this line is worse against Whale. So if they have Warping Whale instead of if they have a second Warping Whale here instead of Atrocity. Actually, that's not true, right? 'Cause it only gains 3 and we have 4 attack. I'm a liar. We're fine. So, like, this insulates us from Atrocity. Do I have Twisted Fates I can dig forward Jetson? Oh, that's a good thought. Okay, and now, with that, that means that Whale, and Grasp get them out of this. Alright, definitely not playing around a sweeper. Elusive thing. Go, Gadget Elusive. I choose you. Worth noting on this card, someone said we can dig for Twisted Bait. This always tosses from the bottom. So you're not really digging towards anything realistically unless your deck's super tiny. Is that it? Are we done? Did we do it? Happy March 245th or November 3rd, part 3. This time it's personal. Thanks for the 34 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Third time's the charm, chat. Third time's the charm. I think they were taken. What an incredible game. Just down to the absolute wire. Just literal exactsies here on the deal too. That is just incredible. I mean, easy game, wasn't close. Opponent's playing Trundle Ash. Interesting. I wonder if they're a big control deck. Ash usually implies something more aggressive. They could be on some kind of Harrowing variation, because both Trundle and Ash are sweet with Harrowing. I think we're full mulliganing here, regardless, looking for a cheaper set of threats. Not find any of our cheap elusives here. Yeah, it could be, like, we've played Harrowing Ash and we've played Harrowing Trundle. It could definitely be a mix of those two.
Yep.
Can see the Demastian border from here.
We just pass here. Yeah, I think Anivia Vault would be a great deck to play again. That one's super sweet, Lampton. I appreciate the support. I think we're just passing here, huh? What if I... Do you want to open on Warning Shot as our spell? I could Warning Shot into Shared Spoils to try and find another elusive. Hey, thanks for the very generous pities, Lampton. I appreciate it. Enjoy your new bit emote. Do you have both whale emotes now, then?
This is gonna be fun.
Suppose I could Twisted Bait here? I don't hate that. Because he's Quick Attack, could attack into these. I like it. I'm gonna blue card with him. Get us our spell mana back here.
Eyes open.
Yes, yeah, that is the other whale emote.
Oh, I wanna play.
I wanna play. They do get a chump block here to draw a card, but I think that's fine.
Look
Chant.
out for Reavers.
Control Chant should hopefully be useful against these. Or Flash Freeze ourselves. Sure.
Light the signal fires.
We'll go up to a good clean 5 mana next turn, which with a tune, we'll get to pump us up to the 3rd spell mana here as well. He's also got hit by Shared Spoils, which is great. Let's see if they have a Flash Freeze here they want to waste. And now I have to decide, do I want to Fury or do I want to Flash Freeze? I think I want to Fury because it kills their thing. Now the upside to Flash Freezing is that these will bump off each other with that, but that leaves me Fury in order to push damage with later, which could be really valuable. Fury is marginally more resource efficient, would end me on 2 spell mana, which means this would get to a tune for me next turn, which is nice. I think resource efficiency is gonna win out here for me. As nice as pushing damage would be here. And they shouldn't be able to Frostbite this again here with only 2 mana. They could have a Troll Chant, I suppose, to save their thing. To shake these down and keep Fizz alive. Is Quinn the worst champion in the game, or am I missing something when I look at her? Quinn is part of a tier 1 deck. The Girl Scouts deck is very, very good. The scout keyword is very powerful, is what you're missing. The TLDR on that card.
Not and ready.
Yeah, look up the Girl Scouts deck if you are not familiar with it. Rude. I don't really have great attacks now. Worst champion in the game is Vlad. Yeah, probably Vlad. Vlad's the kind of the punching bag. Yeah, no problem. No problem, HTA. If you ever have a question, feel free to ask. If you normally can't make it during my daytime streams, I do, I look to check comments on my YouTube as well.
All or nothing.
Man, I'm gonna get Brittle Steeled and be real sad here. This is gonna die at some point, though, so might as well try and kill this wolf now. They've already played 1 Flash Freeze. Oh, you know what? I missed a point of damage. I definitely should have attacked with Coral Creatures here. And if I would have attacked with Coral Creatures, we would have hit Plunder for the Shared Spoils. It's a pretty big mistake.
All the world on one arrow.
Hey, that's not bad. Rhyme Wolf is really good. Flash Freeze does save my guy, but I'd rather save my Slippery Wave Rider down the line, for example, than save that there. I played any League of Legends in my Variety streams? I have not. Competitively focused PvP games are not what I've really been, haven't really been my focus. The only remotely competitive stuff I'm doing for variety things are turn-based games. Well, that's unfortunate. Really wanted to hit Plunder there so we could Shared Spoils, but alas. Well.
There's another one!
There's another one! That's not bad.
Chill in the air.
Damn it, Bobby.
My aim is true.
Nice, window head. Yeah, we had someone spit that. You know, finally, coral creatures did something. You did the thing, coral creatures. Huh. Do I hook Ash or Rhyme Fang here? I think it's Ash, right?
Boring.
You can always type exclamation point rank in chat to see my current rank.
I wanna play.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Hey, I meant to... In my head, I was like, oh, we're gonna force this to block. But this one's vulnerable, not this. Clicking and talking at the same time, chat. It's a real liability. Why, do they just not block? That's so good.
These are troll Here beyond.
What's going on? Who Knocks? The variety game we had been playing finished much quicker than I was anticipating. Believe it or not, Twitch chat was wrong the last time we played Bastion, and they told me we got halfway through it. Turns out we got 3/4 of the way through it, or about 2/3 of the way through it.
What's the water like down there, guys?
Am I dead here? No, right? This is only 7, so 6, 9, 15. I think I'm gonna go ahead and... I think I'm gonna go ahead and elixir this so I get a blocker.
Stars.
I think I want to save the troll chant for now.
Let fly.
It checks health, so I can elixir this to keep it with attack. Yeah, Ash, you're gonna get to frostbite one other thing, but like this is still only like 9, 15. Oh, it's exactly 20. It is exactly 20. Sure. It might be greedy to not burn the troll chant here too. OP's username is lethal. That's true. Accurate. They're scared, chat. They're scared. I think we're gonna kill him on the backswing, which is true. We might.
This is gonna be fun.
+4. Every card in their hand. Every card in their hand costs 8+ mana. Every card in their hand costs 8+ mana. Yikes. Yikes. Five, 9, 12. They're not quite dead on the backswing.
Just pretend I'm not here, eh?
Hey, good game, Shugo. Yeah, it was one of the better ones I played recently. Really solid back and forth.
This will be a good winter.
Well, this was their top deck
You guys!
because they had all 8+ cost things last turn. So we know what they drew for the turn.
This is gonna be fun.
If we draw Flash Freeze, we're not dead to open attacks, which is nice.
Long tooth.
We've got 3 of those.
I didn't need that.
Well, okay, are they gonna open attacks here? They are a harrowing deck. Okay, that makes sense. We thought that might be the case, right? We thought that might be the case.
I'm always up for a round or two. Soak it in.
Well, to be fair, we've not played both of these together, right? Like, we've played Harrowing Ash and we've played Harrowing Trundle separately, but we've not played both of them. We've not played both of them together. Karma Thresh. Mulligan these, keep my elusive threats. Yes, yeah, we finished Bastion tonight. Hello, Bob. We finished it ahead of schedule.
Yep, yep, yep.
This is the part where Fizz dies to go hard. No, Fizz!
The spirit gives to those who
This channel, this Twitch channel is pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. That's not a bad one to get into play before we play this other shared spoils. Let's start stacking some stuff up here. If you know Go Hard was a possibility, why play Fizz in that situation where you have to check if they have it? Well, I mean, if they don't have Go Hard, I get to push damage in, right? And, like, Go Hard is probably going to kill something I play at some point regardless.
keep up, keep up.
Yeah, we definitely lose long game. Like, they're gonna have ample opportunity to make their deal ones live at various points this game. So that lets them kill this with the palm.
Face me.
Yeah, Fizz isn't this isn't really a protect the queen deck, like you really want to keep your Teemos alive, like in a Teemo deck. This deck is, Fizz is like just another elusive threat. It's not something special. Sorry, Fizz, you're not anything special.
Let's do this.
Gosh, I think I just burned their mana here.
Ionia speaks through me.
Fear beyond.
Yeah, beyond.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Let's do one of these here.
Blessed by snow and stars.
I think we play Slippery here, right? I guess they could Ruination us. Nah, they could totally Ruination us. Alright. Welcome to the gym.
Peace has its cost.
These flash freezes really aren't getting better than protecting this here, so that's definitely what's going to happen. It also gives us a trigger off of this, which is nice.
This would be a good winter.
A good winter. Kind of expecting them to ruinate post-combat here. We'll play shared spoils in response. So we get the trigger off of this. Yes, yeah, this could very well be a Rekindler setup. Hopefully we're going to kill them before value from the Rekindler matters here.
We burn, then kindle anew. An auspicious season.
How do we feel about pick-a-carding here? It means if I draw anything that draws a card, I get to level Twisted Fate. It is a big boy. You're not wrong.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Triggers this and digs us to other things that get bumped from this here. Elegant. B. Aggressive. B-E. Aggressive. That's a slippery boy, chat. Did it move? So here's a question. No, I can Wave Rider into salvage. But then I don't get the blue card, but I think that's fine. Now, the other question is they still have mana for Ruination here, so it might be right to salvage first and give up the big Wave Rider, so that way, if they go to Ruinate me, I can play the follow-up Twisted Fate still. Getting the big Elusive down is really appealing, though. I'm gonna get the big Elusive down. Yeah, we ended up finishing Bastion early tonight, which is why I decided to do play some Runeterra.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
So we are unfortunately going to lose our backup Twisted Fate here.
This will be a good
That's
winter.
a good one to get, though. So we're not getting ruinated here now, so that's great. Yeah, Twisted Fate has one of the best level up animations in the game. It's not particularly close. No, we played it all the way through Deep Scoops. We ended up being further into it than chat thought we were last time.
Fly away while you can.
Pretty okay with the swap at this point. I don't think I need the extra points off of this anymore. So I think next turn I open on Zap, and then if they Ruinate, I can play Lounging Lizard as a follow-up. Because Zap's gonna draw a card. And then draw another card, obviously. Yeah. This deck's very good against control.
Outplayed.
Yeah, I'll publish the YouTube archive tonight after we're done. Mono Twisted Fate on the other side. Interesting. Mulligan those, keep one of our elusive threats. If we're lucky, Coral Creature will get it on 2 and we'll be able to share spoils.
Found one!
Perfect.
Quickly! I've whipped up something special!
Rough, BT.
Got a surprise for him.
I think I'm just passing here. Just bank some spell mana up. Feels like a potential Make It Rain turn. Could also be a Twisted Fate red card. So I'm gonna go with Lounging Lizard here rather than Zap.
I'm always up for a round or two. Something for all of you.
Sniffed it out, chat.
I'm
Fizz. How do we feel about E be warned on this Twisted Fate and trade the lizard for it? Yeah, definitely now, right?
wanna see a trick.
And when this dies, we get to draw a card this turn. Nice. Look at these. Look at these fat bottoms. Look at that chunk of monk, chat.
Gotta go with the flow.
Rude, you're not allowed to have blockers.
This'll send them running.
Zap's one of my favorites too. Zap is my my lock screen artwork. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. All the colors in here. Got some of the best voice lines too. Fizz is pretty far off of leveling. I think I can play another 5/5 here. See what they do. Excuse me? Ruination? It's just weird. Goodbye, friends. They're a little more controlling than I expected. Let's salvage first here, so that way we can hit our attune value. Sure.
Let me at him.
Let me at them. And they have Go Hard plus a... Hey, they have Go Hard plus another deal one. They could kill Fizz here. Are they banking spell mana to rep another Ruination? They are. Think I just do this and crack them for 6? Fizz is getting close to leveling here. Sure.
Keep up, keep up.
We see through all.
See through all.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Hey, Zach. Need a hand? Can't say no to Fizz.
Can't say no to Fizz. Okay, that is not a ruination. You love to see it. We have guests.
Hey, Zach. Need a hand? Can't say no to Fizz.
Flashery's looking a little awkward here. I guess we're gonna use it to kill some of their stuff in combat here and level Fizz. Pretty okay open attacks next turn.
We live here. No fear.
This would be a good winter.
So these flash freezes give us pretty good open attacks next turn. They need like double go hard to get us here. Just a vile piece, deal. Just a vile piece, chat.
An auspicious season.
We'll see him chump block here to deny us a shark. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand.
Why are you here?
If they hit another ruination, we could be in a lot of trouble. Do not have a lot of pressure left over. They're getting low-ish at least. They're down to 9. They're also getting few enough cards in their deck that like replaying Go Hard could be a realistic thing that happens for them.
Packed him good.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Sure.
That egg. Did it move?
He's thick, chat.
For silver I talk, for gold I listen.
Deal me in.
He's nice to look at, but we would have preferred a Fat Elusive there, right? Alright. That's like a build your own Fat Elusive. So the next go hard is going to go hard. Gonna tell us to pack our bags. Yikes. That's a lot of card draw. And Fizz, the way Fizz is templated, remember, he will not be saved from Go Hard. This is actually one of the better draws in our deck, I think. Lets us gas back up here, potentially. Yeah, opponent's build is really neat. Oh, wait, was I one off? I must have been one off. Okay, this is only the third one. They have 2 here. If they have another one here,
Never
they could
lost
now.
a fair game.
Okay,
Played one.
they're digging.
Soak it in.
winter.
They can't ruin it anymore. If they hit a pack bags, if they hit a pack bags, they don't kill this because I have Fury and it has 7 toughness. And remember, pack your bags only cost 1, so. That's actually a very good pickup. And wow, he's gonna level here? Okay, well, let's level Twisted Fate.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
An auspicious season.
I wanna play.
Then they have to block, so let's go ahead and attack here and see what they do. And this Playful Trickster could easily kill them.
You're boring.
So if they block, we get a chance to play spells before combat resolves. Yeah, I agree, Jared. This deck gives me big, like, blue-white Delver vibes if anybody had the joy of playing back then, only in a kind of less busted way. That deck was really messed up in its standard format. So, Playful Trickster here is going to remove this from combat and let us rally, but they could have a Vengeance, right? Okay, so that's Vengeance, but we kill them with Fury plus red card here, right?
This will be a good winter.
Press OK. If stack resolves, you die. No! This is also... Wait. Oh, wait, I'm confused. They're vengeancing Twisted Fate? Oh, don't tell Scotty, chat. Don't tell. I just assumed they were stopping our rally. And, like, this is why I didn't target Twisted Fate, because they wanted to kill Twisted Fate anyways. Alright, yeah, I mean... Maybe they have a pack your bags? They might have a pack your bags, right? Maybe they drew that for the turn, but like, then Fizz still kills them with Fury, right? It is definitely a bold strategy.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Hey, yeah, so that champ spell rallies us, so we have another attack token here. So, I didn't originally have Evening Runeterra on the schedule tonight, but our variety game, we finished our playthrough early of Bastion. If you want to be able to get notifications on when I change games unexpectedly like this, you can join the Runeterra live notifications on Discord. I tag people when I change games midstream. So if you're in the subs Discord, I have a Variety Live Notify and a Runeterra Live Notify that are groups that you can put yourself in that I tag. So that was a great set. I don't know, this deck isn't tier 1 by any means, but it's just so much fun to play. The types of games it generates are stellar. And of course, everything you missed will end up on YouTube as always. Are you worried they might nerf Fizz shoulders next patch? It's a real concern. So I buy the whole pass. I actually haven't, Beansy. I'm not super in love with the. I like the KDA board a lot. I bought the board, but I don't know that I'm gonna buy the pass. I'm not a huge fan of the style of the emotes in them, and I have plenty of pets at this point. You have to be the best Fizz pilot I've ever seen. Well, to be fair, there's not a lot of us, so it's easy to be the best when there aren't many. I feel like the sleeves are kind of out of place too. Like, the artwork on them is good. It just feels kind of out of place compared to the rest of the artwork that's in the client already to me. Yeah, Twisted Fate in general is definitely one of my favorite champions. Do I want to trade Starlit Seer for the Goat? I don't have that many spells. I think that's a good exchange. Letting this generate too many gems is not great for us. So I think I'm okay trading this and then being up a gem from the exchange.
Let's not ruffle our feathers. Feathers.
Yeah, like, genuinely, like, there's a lot of great things that Runeterra does, but I think Runeterra has hit this really sweet spot more than any other card game I've ever played, where losing on average feels less dissatisfying than it tends to in other one-on-one card games. And there's a lot of things that contribute to that. Everything from like champion design to how they manage their formats, the types of decks they allow to be legal on average. But in general, they just do a stellar job. Zed's kind of nasty here. The question is, can I race leveled Zed? So if I try to block plus Fury here, my opponent could have Pale Cascade to blow me out. So I think I'm just supposed to take 11.
Keep up, keep up.
Well, to be fair, collecting everything in Runeterra is a lot more accessible than collecting everything in a lot of other similar games.
No.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to just take 11 here and then hope to race them out. We're really hoping to draw a Flash Freeze to not die to the Zed next turn. I get a draw step plus a zap trigger to potentially find one of those.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, that's really scary. This means I can't jump block out of this, so it's really important that I spike a Flash Freeze next turn or we probably die.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
Did they open, we're dead? Is that true? I don't think that's true, right? I could draw Flash Freeze, and then I have plus toughness things. I'm gonna go, if I bank this mana, I'm gonna go up to 6, then I have 8. So I could Flash Freeze, Fury, and Elixir. Nice, Empty Hex, congrats. Yeah, I could draw Flash Freeze, chat. Which will wipe 9 attack off of one of them, and then I can block the other with a giant butt. Troll Chant keeps us alive? That's not true, right? Because the shadow also has Overwhelm here.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
It's not gonna do it. Save them from thinking. do one more before we call it a night, huh? Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, poking in from the Runeterra section on Twitch, I stream every evening. Usually I don't stream Runeterra in the evening. Nick makes plays. Thanks for the raid. We're just getting ready to wrap up ourselves. I appreciate it though. I'm doing one more game here with some Twisted Fizz before we call it a night. I usually stream Runeterra every morning, Monday through Friday. I also have a website and a YouTube channel with a lot of great Runeterra content up on them. Just decided to poke on for a little bit of Runeterra before bed tonight, since we're playing Bastion this evening, and that finished up early. I think I'm okay with Narwhal here, because if they trade some of their early pressure for this, that's fine. It'll usually like sneak in a hit for 2 and then trade with something. Flash Freeze probably gets us a decent trade, and then Twisted Fate can control the board a little bit or possibly kill something. I think the rest of these are fine. Yeah, you too, Nick.
I'll burn what I've done. Let's get to it.
My shield is yours.
Reno. And if they hook in with this, I might just Flash Freeze to kill their thing. Keep my elusive alive for an extra turn.
Time to get rich.
Like the way you view a Flash Freeze like this Flash Freeze is not only killing this, but it's gonna deal an extra 2 to their face because it's gonna let the Narwhal get an extra time. So feels good. They don't have mana to riposte us here, because that costs 4. Rangers Resolve, sure. Little tempo negative on mana with that exchange there, but I think that's okay for us still. I am doing well, Sap. Hope you're staying safe out there.
Ye started without me.
Agreed. Now, do we red card to kill this and make it so this trades here? I think that's the play. So we'll start by just attacking and gives them a chance to play something else out. The downside here is if they play Bannermen and they hit on their allegiance, we get into trouble. They burned a single combat. Well, everything went better than expected, chat. Play something else that dies to red card. Rats. Never leave.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
Or played
Something for all.
Press on.
do 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 do. Beep 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 do do do. Yeah, Rangers Resolve.
We Demacians are no easy prey.
Am I okay trading Twisted Fate for Valor? I think so. We're basically never leveling him in this matchup. The fact that we leveled Twisted Fate earlier tonight tends to be pretty rare in this deck. You generally speaking are playing him for value like we do with the red card this game. Is there a punish to for not opening on attacks next turn? So, the combat trick that punishes this block is the give something +2/+2 and let it block elusives till end of turn. So I think I block, because if that's their trick, they're going to get to block this anyways next turn. So I'm not really gaining anything by not blocking there. They were again short of mana to us.
Oh boy, here I go!
Here I go.
Here beyond.
Here beyond.
This will be a good winter.
They didn't even a card this style of decks play. Yeah, I've had a lot of Scouts decks play that card, Fox, just because +2/+2 for 2 is like a good rate. Are they about to rally us?
Blessed by snow and
If they have rally here, we could be in trouble. This is about to level up, right?
Hold nothing back.
Rally is a very big part of what makes their archetype very good. That gives them an attack token, which lets them attack a second time on their turn or attack on our turn like this. Yeah, Relentless Pursuit is very, very good.
Just like hunting thresher geese.
Yeah, it's a level Quinn here as well. And then the Valor that she's gonna summon is gonna kill this.
Justice takes flight. It's our time to shine, Valor.
This artwork is so good. Love it. Correct, Warmap. The scout tech says the first time you attack in a turn, get another attack token.
Come on, you big grouch.
For fuck's sake. I think I'm leading on this because I need a chump blocker for their Valor.
There's another one!
There's another one! That is not the brittle steel I wanted for Christmas, but it does keep feral creatures alive, so like...
Fly swiftly, kill swiftly.
Gotta go with the flow.
Okay.
Just like hunting
Very
thresher
good
geese.
draw.
Valor, to me.
Okay, so we need to draw a,
You'll pay.
we need to draw a 4/4 next turn. Got 3 shots at it. Close.
We see through all.
No prey, no pay.
Yeah, not the dread we're looking for.
The quiet of the woods. There's nothing like it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Don't really have anything I'd change about this. The aggro matchups for this deck feel hard, but I'm also not 100% sure that we have great ways to make those a lot better. Like, it's pretty typical when you're playing, like, a B-list deck that, like, our control matchups are good, our mid-range matchups are even, and our aggro matchups tend to be a little bit hard. I don't think they're unwinnable by any means. Like, that last game's a really good example of, you know, if things just, like, break a little bit better our way and we hit that Slippery Wave Rider in one of our last 3 draws, we could kill them. A lot of your games against the aggro deck come down to make or break turns like that. But I think overall, I'm pretty happy with where this is at. This is card for card. The list has been up on my site for a little bit, and I think it's got a pretty good mix of things. I think this is a pretty decent choice overall right now. We played against the Shadow Isle Freljord, the Feel the Rush ramp deck, and I think this lines up really well into that archetype. Do I do another deck for a whale-sized initiator being responsible? I would love dollars to play another deck, Fox. Definitely don't mind staying up late. We had a raid from Nick too, so what's your fancy this evening?